You're listening to Alaska Real Estate Podcast. I'm Chris Story, your host for great adventures in real estate. Today, meet Jackie Leavenworth, keynote speaker and international real estate trainer. From what you're about to hear, I've already implemented into my business practice just since speaking with her and already seen results. Also, meet Alaskan superstar Kristi. Named an NAR 30 Under 30 this year. You'll hear all about it, plus Kristi's advice on success, right here on Alaska Real Estate.
This is Sean with Alaska USA Title Agency out here in the Valley. I am our new escrow officer, so we have 2 officers out here. We also have a new office just recently opening up in Soldotna, address being 43874 Sterling Highway. So we see Barb Remendino down there. We also got our 5-year anniversary coming up here. Come and see us at our website, AlaskaUSATitle.com. And if you ever need help in the Valley, I'm here for you. Again, Sean Groshon at Alaska USA Title, and I look forward to seeing you.
Now let's check in with Jackie Leavenworth.
It will be my first trip to Alaska. We are so excited. It's a bucket list item.
When you think of Alaska, what images go through your mind, or what do you think about?
Scenery, mountains, streams, and animals.
All right. We will deliver all of the above, I promise.
That's great.
And you're from Cleveland, Ohio. Are you a native Clevelander?
You know, I'm a native Akronite, which Akron is, 25 miles or so south of Cleveland. But I've lived in this general area of Northeast Ohio all my life.
You've been a realtor and a real estate salesperson for, over a quarter of a century now?
Oh, thanks, Chris.
I like the way that came out.
That's the first time I've heard it worded that way. So, yes, you're right. It's I'm 29 years now.
Well, you're the one who said it. It's right there on your website. Over 25 years in the industry. Well, I like that, though. I always enjoy attending courses and seminars where people have practical experience in the field with which they are training. I think that adds real value.
I mean, when you've lived through, I was just coaching an agent, as a matter of fact, and I know what they're going through. I mean, I've been there, done it all, and continue to do a lot of it. And my husband actually is in his 41st year of real estate brokerage. So
nearly half a century.
Yeah, wait till I tell him. So together we're almost 3/4 of a century. That's very
excellent. So you have coaching clients as well. So you do one-on-one coaching in addition to seminars.
I do. Mm-hmm.
That must also give you some real valuable insight, as you just said, as to what that realtor is going through. You know what they're going through, but you're also right at the cutting edge, or the bleeding edge, as it were, of really the market across the country.
Exactly, and that has been the greatest learning curve for me. It's when I taught and I sold and I did some coaching here locally for years. And I really thought I knew real estate. And then I got out and started traveling across the United States and Canada, meeting with some of the top agents. And I got a pulse on real estate everywhere. And I realized that I had local tunnel vision, if you will. And I can't believe what I have learned by being out there in the nation and Canada. It's incredible.
Well, what do you plan to teach to Alaskan realtors? What's on the agenda?
The first one on the agenda is it's a price war to the door. And I'll tell you, it was the early to mid-'90s, Chris, when I got this just sort of a new twist on pricing. And it was one of my trips, and I got this little pearl that I then sort of exploded and evolved into these classes. That is the number one topic that I am hired for across the nation and Canada. And I've now been invited to teach this in South Africa and Australia as well.
Wow.
It's a unique twist on pricing. We change dialogue. I teach them not to talk CMA. It's quicker. It's more efficient. The sellers absolutely love it. Business people get it. The average layperson gets it, and it's easier for the agent. It's a very, very new twist on how to read the market and discuss pricing with the seller. In fact, we never use the word price. That's one of the things in the lesson. Get the word price right out of it.
I'm tempted to ask you more, but I know you want to leave something for the seminar.
Yeah, well,
this
is good. I mean, I can share this, but the word price, if you really look it up and think about it, it means worth or value.
Mm-hmm.
So every time that we use the term price with a seller, were cementing in their heads that this is the worth or the value of your home. Well, we really don't know worth or value. That is established when a buyer buys the home and it closes. I teach the agents to use the term position instead. Here's everything the buyers have to choose from. Where do we want to position your home within those to create that excitement and urgency? So if we don't talk price, the sellers don't think value. It's really incredible how it works.
I like that. It's almost helping the seller understand they're part of the strategy of getting their home sold.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, okay, so that's one item on the agenda. What else do you have for us?
Well, the afternoon I'm doing a course called Stop Talking and Start Closing. And
I feel like you're directing that towards me.
Well, both of these, Chris, have come as a result. My price war to the door came as a result of my selling my own home. After being a 12-year vet and one of the top producers in town, selling my own home taught me what I was doing wrong. Well, in the Stop Talking, Start Closing course, that came about because, frankly, a dear friend of mine brought my attention to the fact that I never stopped talking. And I started having out-of-body experiences and kind of listening to myself. And I thought, oh, my gosh, I am over-talking almost every situation. And in some cases, the seller, I've got them right where they want to be, where they should be, and then I try to confirm with them that they're doing the right thing, and I talk them out of things. And I realized, oh, my gosh, just stop talking. Start closing these people. So in that one, we'll learn some just great communication skills, listening skills. We'll learn to earn our fee and earn what we're worth without having to defend ourselves and over-talk that issue. And we will learn a way to literally, without us doing a lot of talking, but learn the right questions, like never tell people what you could have asked them. We'll learn to figure out their deepest emotions and the emotional reasons that they're buying or selling, rather than that surface stuff of I'm being relocated or I'm being transferred, because that's not what will help them make good decisions. What will help them make good decisions is the emotions that are stuck in there about why they really want to make the move, what the emotional purpose is. So we'll learn those types of questions in the class and learn to delve into it and allow people to discover their own pain and discover reasons things are the way they are. People believe what they discover. They don't believe what you and I tell them. So it's a fun class. It's very interactive. It's fun. We'll have some giggles in there.
I can't wait. We're just beginning summer here in Alaska, but I'm already looking forward to September when we get to meet Jackie Leavenworth in Alaska. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. We are really excited, and perhaps we'll even have an opportunity to touch base just in advance of the convention in September. But meanwhile, we sincerely look forward to meeting you here in Alaska.
Oh, Chris, thank you. And it's truly my honor to be there. I'm excited, and my husband and I are going to enjoy Alaska, too. So we're really looking forward to coming to your home.
Stay tuned here to Alaska Real Estate to learn more about this year's exciting convention. Big thanks goes out to Alaska Housing Finance Corporation. You know AHFCs out there in the communities all over Alaska promoting your business. Not to mention fulfilling their mission to provide safe, affordable, and efficient housing for every Alaskan. AHFC, really your partner in Alaskan real estate. Online at ahfc.us or akrebate.com. Now meet your 2013 Alaska NAR 30 Under 30 Superstar.
My name is Kristi Mock, and I'm with the Clifton Cole Team Colorlands Realty in Westella, Alaska.
And you are one of the 30 Under 30 for the National Association of Realtors. Before we get into that, Kristi, tell me a little bit about you. How did you come to real estate? Has this been a lifelong passion, or how did you get into real estate?
No, it was not a lifelong passion. Our company is a family-owned business, so my mom's been in real estate for 28 years, and I was actually originally on my way to law school. That had always been my passion, doing criminal law, and I was accepted to law school and decided that I was burnt out because I graduated college very quickly and just kind of burned through everything, and I decided to come back to Alaska during my time between getting into law school and starting, and I decided instead to get into real estate and see where it would take me. And I guess since I started doing that, I've become very passionate about it.
Well, that's great. Is there anything in your the passion you had for law and criminal law and things you studied in college, anything lending itself useful to your real estate career?
I think overcoming constant challenges, like in real estate, there's a new challenge every day, and I think even after, Kristen will tell you, after being in it for 28 years, there's still things that come across that maybe she's never seen before. So there's always something new. There's always something that's challenging and something that you have to overcome. So just similar with criminal law, and when we were doing trials, it's like you're always helping people get to their goal, and there's definitely challenges along the way.
Oh, that's interesting. That's fascinating, actually. Well, that's terrific. So how many years have you been practicing real estate then?
I think 3 years now.
Okay, 3 years. And at some point this year, the calendar year 2013, as I understand it, you received notification that you were going to be one of 30 under 30 years of age recognized by the National Association. So what was your first awareness? How did you become aware of that happening?
First, I was nominated by our team leader in Anchorage, Jen Toomer. She notified me that she had nominated me to become a top 30 under 30. I was not really familiar with the process or actually what it all entailed. And it was like a week before the deadline was due to submit an application, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, I nominated you." And I go, "Oh, okay." So I literally filled out my application, and I think had it in like 10 minutes before the deadline. It reminded me of applying for law school. So anyway, I was notified that for a few interviews, and little did I know when I was doing the interviews I had already been selected. And when I was notified that I was a top 50, I thought, well, geez, that's amazing. I was so excited and obviously hoped for the best, but then it came down to the voting and, getting your name out there and getting people to vote for you. So
yeah, that's exciting. Now, it must have been exciting. What was your first reaction?
When I found out that I was the 30 under 30?
Yeah.
I was so honored, and I was ecstatic, actually. Because it was something, I've got my goals every year and what I'm planning to do, and this was nowhere even in my scope of what I had planned for the year. So I guess it was just so exciting to be recognized and among such a great group of people.
Any advice for other realtors? You're 3 years plus in the business. Any advice for realtors that maybe are listening to this and are just getting into it at any age? What's the one piece of advice that you think they need to hear?
To focus on your top one or two things, whatever that may be, and do it consistently and daily.
Thank you so much, Kristi, and congratulations again. Alaska's very proud.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, that's it for this edition of Alaska Real Estate. Big thanks goes out to Alaska USA Title Agency and Alaska Housing Finance Corporation for their support of Alaska Real Estate Podcast. Sandy Ehrenman is your executive producer. For all of us here at Alaska Real Estate, I'm Chris Story, wishing you health, wealth, and prosperity.